y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Deborah. This is my January 2022 update to the project. This is Pantasy. This is a fantasy creature, mythological creature based project sponsored by the Fantastic Ladies Collab Facebook group. I'll try to post that link down below to the Facebook group and to the project. While you're down there looking, go ahead and hit subscribe, and if you like this video, hit like and the notification bell so you don't miss any updates to this or any other project. Alright, so with this project, I am going to start out this update with good news. So last month I had rolled in 2 items. I had rolled in for my own prompt Boo Hag. I had rolled in this lip oil from Trust Fund Beauty. It is completely empty. There is like a tiny little bit in the bottom, but you can't reach it with the wand to scrape it out. I've scraped it as much as it can be scraped. So that one is an empty. Also for Changeling, I had rolled in the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and that is completely empty as well. It is done, empty, truly empty. All right, for Leprechaun, that was something that you thought you'd have good luck with. I had rolled in the Revolution Prime and Lock eyeshadow primer. And it's really hard to see because it's like dried and crusty on the sides, but you can see windowing all the way down, and it is empty, which is a good thing because the last time I used it, it made me itch, so it was going to be done either way. Okay, so those are my 3 empties. I have going to the ones to my usage goal. This is the Dior Forever Matte foundation in the shade Too Cool Rosy. I had put this in here for a 50 use goal. I have met that goal, and I am all the way down to here on this bottle, and so I am amending my goal. I am so close to finishing. I am going to keep this foundation in this project until it's done. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it out. I'm so close. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. I do have a concealer that I'm working on in another project, and right now I'm almost finished with it, but right now I'm using that as foundation, so it will probably be about a week before I get back to the Dior, but I'm going to keep it in here until it's finished. All right, another one that I am still working on. I've been working on this one since the beginning. Basilisk was a dark matte shadow. I am still working on this Physicians Formula shadow. It's not my favorite color, but it's coming. It's coming. Let's just put it that way. It's coming along. I have several shadows in projects. This one is actually, I'm finally getting some of the embossing off of it, wearing off the embossing. So hopefully I will see pan hopefully within the next month. They're not terribly deep. And I already have, these 2 are out of these 2. Those 2 right there with pan in them are actually out of the same, depotted from the same palette. So hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer before I hit pan. They're not very deep. All right, the last one that I have been working on since the very beginning was Dragon, and that is a large product, either a package, amount, big thing. And I have been working on this Suave Essentials Ocean Breeze Refreshing Shampoo. And while the bottle is empty, I'm not done with it. I had decanted what was left in here into a squirt bottle for in the shower, but this is all that's left. That's all that's left out of this bottle. So as soon as that is done, this will be done. So not bad, not bad, making progress. All right, so those are all the products that I had already in here. And I'm going to add one more. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4 to work on if I roll one more in. So I'm going to tell y'all about a creature that we talk about back home. I grew up on the coast of Georgia, and for people who don't know a lot about the southeast coast of the U.S., southeast coast is lined by a series of barrier islands, and behind those barrier islands are marshland. And those marshes serve as their estuaries. They serve as nurseries for fishing, for shrimp, but they also have a lot of wildlife. And the rivers that run down out of middle Georgia come to the coast through those estuaries. One of those rivers is the Altamaha-ha River. And it is a lovely, it's a nice little place, nice river that comes down through there. But there's a creature that lives in the river, and they call it the Altamaha-ha. I didn't make that up, y'all. That's really what we call it, the Altamaha-ha. So the Altamaha-ha is a kind of a sea monster. It's somewhere between 20 and 70 feet, depending on who it was that saw it. It's got a head kind of like an alligator, and it's kind of goes up and down kind of through the water like a big snake. Some people say it's got flippers like a seal, and it's seen periodically in the marsh, in those tidal rivers that come up and down. So we call it the Altamaha-ha. Sightings are usually centered around McIntosh County, Georgia, a little fishing town called Darien. Darien has an active shrimp boat fleet. In fact, they usually have a Blessing of the Fleet festival every spring to bless the ships, and then there are craft fairs and food and parade. And my high school band would go up and march in the parade up for the Darien Blessing of the Fleet. Interesting thing about Darien. Darien was settled by people from Scotland, and its original name was New Inverness, which in Inverness, Scotland, that's where you find Loch Ness. So our version of Nessie is known as the Altamaha-ha. So it's something that we know is there, but it's unseen by most people. So what I'm rolling in for my Altamaha-ha is my Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, because you don't see it. It also works as a primer, and since I just finished that NYX Angel Veil, which is all wrinkled up, this will serve as a primer. I'll finish up. I won't need an additional primer if I'm using this one. So that is my story, my Southeast U.S. cultural heritage moment, I guess we could call that. I'm glad I got to tell y'all the story about the Altamaha-ha. So y'all have a good week. Can't wait to see what everybody else has. And y'all start rolling in some monsters and creatures from your own places. I'd love to hear somebody else's stories. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.